All right, everybody, welcome back to Skyway Classics YouTube channel. We're now going for a ride in our 1982 Chevy Corvette. Of course, you know everybody loves the Corvettes, especially C3. This one being the last year of the C3 production, as we go into the one we have here featuring a beautiful two-tone gray and silver exterior. As you may notice, one of the nicest things about this car is, in fact, it is a T-top edition car. As you can see from our outside photos and our inside photos, that really makes one heck of a car right there. Of course, riding on some very nice slot wheels that came originally with this car, with the Firehawk Indy 500 white letter tires, to really persuade the customer or anybody in general, because a lot of people don't even see the Indy 500 tires anymore. You always see Goodyear, BF Goodrich, Coupe, Cobra, all the basic tire brands, but of course the Indy 500 was always the best. Even looking on the hood of it, you see it has that one particular stripe that was seen in only a few C3 Vets, especially the ones we have here at Skyway Classics. Even having the tint windows to really keep the sun out during those hot summer days here, especially down here in Florida. As we move on to the inside, you can see it is an automatic on the floor. As we look at our cluster here, we have a basic setup of speedometer and tachometer both working. Moving across the dash here, you can see we also have our stock console gauges with a nice little two-knob radio there with, I believe, cassette, being that cassette was more popular in the 80s than it was CDs. Have our AC controls there. We got our nice twin bucket seats in that fine cloth material. Of course, people believe cloth stains a lot more, but of course it's more comfortable to sit in. More importantly, you can tell how good cloth was preserved based on the smell, which in this case, this car smells exactly as it did off the factory line. Our door panels are in good shape, and you can even see there that we have a little owner's manual for the 1982 Corvette, having the appropriate style 3-spoke wheel with the tilt column. I do believe that this year did have cruise control. I am correct on that. But some of the other functions that do come with the 82 Corvette include the power locks, power windows. You even have your little knob there for the mirrors, which is a very nice feature to have, especially during this year. Of course, as I said before, C3s, they do have that little compartment space in the back. Put groceries, personal use items, maybe even your detailing stuff, because the paint job on this is so good and you want to preserve it. But anyway, as we move on to the engine bay, you can see it does have that crossfire injection motor there. As it's set up, it was back in 82. A lot of people really enjoyed these motors just because you didn't have to pump the carburetor 100 times. But of course, some of the functions that come with that, you do see it does have its AC system, does have power steering, does have power brakes. Even the look of it, when you open up in our photos, you can see that it's well preserved and in good condition. In fact, a lot of engine bays I wish looked like that. But of course, you get what you get here at Skyway Classics, but of course, on a safe note. But as for now, though, we are just going to get it turned around up on the lift. So if you have a moment, folks, please stay tuned with us to see the underneath.